Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero. We are back again talking about this EvS Ripperson narrative that gets destroyed because apparently this clown literally sits here and says that Drunk3PO's book is flopping, which is where the other, moist back individual, the person I call the moist back, got his information from because of course he's a literal retard. He literally listens to anything this man says out of his mouth, doesn't do any sort of fact checking, he just runs with it. And as always, looking at his channel, it's practically dead. Can't even get 1,000 views without talking about someone more popular, me, because he has to talk about me in order to get over 1,000 views nowadays on live streams or videos for that matter, because his channel's trash. His channel just consists of talking crap about other creators while sitting there talking about how he's going to make a comic book that looks like absolute dog water, looks like a coloring book in my opinion, and literally sitting next to a person or on a live stream with a person whose book is getting outdone by an all ages book. So here we have Student of God shout out. Says, clip number 1. Earlier today, EvS claimed Drunk3PO's comic campaign is limping along. Notice how happy Katie is to hear this because anything associated with Eric July or anyone working with Eric July, of course, they're going to sit here and laugh and all that good stuff. Me personally, I've never once said that Ethan should fail. I never once said he shouldn't be able to feed his family. It's interesting how that works, how one side can say, make your money, and the other side will say, haha. They want to sit here and say, oh, you're going to fail. I hope you fail all this crap. That's what they do. Clip number 2. Jay shuts these fools up with facts. First campaign hit 50K after the first month. With Ripperson, it hit that in 2 weeks. The 50K includes no tax or shipping like the Indiegogo numbers do. Recently, the Moistback did a whole stream claiming Ripperson failed because he's retarded. Not too long ago, any creator that got the comic funded was a big accomplishment. Apparently not anymore. Let's listen to this dumb clip right here.
It's cool. It's great. Eric was
This looks like trash as well.
Coping and seething on Twitter saying we're almost funded on Jay's book, so this is great news.
Oh, he's almost funded. Wow. Because you don't ever do that on your Twitter, apparently, with your trash books and your 32K right here with your latest campaign with your 625 backers, because clearly no one gives a crap about your whack, weak Comicsgate Arena nonsense, selling 468 books. Congratulations, Ethan. You've sold 468 books. Drunk3PO's book is at least 3 times that amount. Get good, scrub.
News. This is just terrific. It's not great news. Now, I think they officially met their arbitrary $50,000 goal, funding goal. But you see, in order for this to have been worth it for Jay, he made $107,000 last time. He's limping.
That's $107,000. Your book is currently at $32,000. I guess you're flopping and limping along
To 50. Barely made $50,000 with Eric July's promotion and Eric July's big meaty fist in his pocket. Barely made it that way.
You barely made $33,000 on your latest campaign. I wouldn't be talking shit with that pathetic number. You're supposed to be the indie comic guy, and yet you look pathetic, getting outdone by an all-ages book.
The only way that it would be good, the only way that this would be worthwhile is if he made $250,000, doubled his money, and then still was able to pay Eric his.
And how would you know that? Again, your business is literally flopping with each new release doing less than the previous, but you want to sit here and count other people's money while you literally can't even get a hold of your own business, and you got retards on your panel. One that's a literal tourist, a literal degenerate, and then you have below you have a literal retard.
Honorarium, whatever that is. Whatever it is, whatever his honorarium is, it was way too much for Razor Fist and George Alexopoulos.
This is something that was already debunked by George Alexopoulos himself. And you're still peddling this garbage to your audience because your audience is just as retarded as you are. You literally have 2 of them in your live stream. 2 other retards in your live stream.
They said we wouldn't be able to make any money at all unless we made $1 million on our next campaign. That's the only way we'd be able to make money. Ripperson Eric, of course, mobilized his winged monkeys to come after us, and Sturgis.
Nobody went after you, buddy. And I don't know who this Sturgis guy is, but he must be very legendary.
Student of God. Oh.
He must be so legendary that you're so butthurt that a person with 2,400 subscribers can make you so ass mad that you literally have mobilized your chat into my streams and made yourself look stupid. We can talk about that, by the way. That's on an actual live stream that I have still on YouTube, where you actually set your chat to mobilize in my stream. Nobody mobilized against you, calling you out on your garbage because you are a scumbag. You're always going to be a scumbag. Is it mobilizing? They're literally using your own words, including myself using your own words against you to make you look like a goddamn clown.
Oh my God. But clearly that is the case. I do believe it.
100%, because they said it off the cuff. I mean, Razorfist wasn't prompted. He was just talking, having a stream. He's like, yeah, this is too expensive. We can't afford it. We got to make $1 million for Rufus.
That literally was never said. That's the funniest part about this. Literal retards who make videos or live streams that say this. So, if by your logic, if Achromatic Chronicles Green is a flop, then this is a flop. But you literally sat here and said, in a clip, that's way too long. This video would be 30 minutes if I went through that, because holy crap, there's so much garbage coming out of your mouth. That because Ethan doesn't have a lot of employees, he's making more money than Eric Jalak, bro. Shut up. You are a literal clown. You don't know anything about business. You don't know how any of it works. And you're still sitting here trying to launch a comic that looks like a coloring book and looks like absolute garbage. Shout out to Bruce as well. Says, let's just leave this here. Here's Ethan's campaign, and shipping costs are included in the campaign total. Jay's campaign does not include shipping in the total. Jay, in 2 weeks, blew the bricks off Ethan's campaign with an all-ages book focused on a younger audience. And you'll take a look right here at the clip.
And having people you can trust makes it a lot easier to do. That's for sure.
Could you do me a favor and highlight Shadow Links' super chat? It's a question directly towards...
Because you still have clowns that go into this man's chats. It always seems to be some weirdo from Australia too. It never fails that it's some weirdo with a burner account from Australia doing this. You literally had some clown by the name of Gay Beans go in as Proud Man and ask Eric about taking criticism poorly to try to troll by donating $8. The same amount that this person is donating. It's weird how these clowns literally sit here talking about how they want the Rippaverse to fail, yet they sit here and continue to give the individual who owns it money.
Does Jay regret using Rippercent? It isn't performing significantly better than his...
Oh, and you put preforming. Learn how to spell, clown. We have this thing called spell check.
Isn't performing significantly better than his first book. I hope it works out for him. Well, let me just...
I hope it's worth it for him.
Correct
yes,
you on that.
It is.
I did not cross $50,000 in sales on my first book till after the first month. So we crossed that in 2 weeks here.
Oh, but well, hope it's worth it for a bit. Oh my God, you are concern trolling just like the other burner accounts you use. Gay Beans. It's probably you on yet another burner account, dude. Get a life. Holy crap. Your wife's boyfriend must be so happy that you spend all your time and money literally hating on people you on a consistent daily basis. That you're so pathetic. But this is something that was said by this clown here, who yet another dummy that follows a literal crack smoker by the name of EvS. The guy that has a flopping comic book, because we can use their logic against them, says Eric had a transparency report at one point going over the cost of labor for a quarter. Yes, because it changes. It gets lower. He's already stated this in a post, because clowns like the Masterson individual claim that that's what he pays. That's what he pays quarterly. Again, Eric has also said that $10 million will pay for the warehouse for 10 plus years. Direct from the source. We can assume that has remained consistent or has increased with operations. Bro, the operations have been the same. Just because somebody gets added in with Ripasend doesn't mean operations have increased. They're doing the same thing they were doing with Rippaverse books, just now with a different book that's not theirs. We just don't know if that includes contractors. Yes, the same couple of contractors, like Chuck Dixon, Joe Bennett, the Soska sisters, Mike Barron, the same people that are working on different books. Rippaverse sales have slipped considerably. This is a fact. No, they haven't. Again, you are a clown. You are a tourist like every other clown that doesn't understand how the comic business works. People are attracted to different characters. They buy different characters. I've literally said this multiple times in multiple videos. LG, my boy LG, literally did not buy Gooding because he was not interested. Similar to how not everyone buys Batman and not everyone buys Wonder Woman. So are we going to say that comic sales have slipped because people don't buy Wonder Woman over Batman? That's not how this works. You are an idiot. These guys literally try to always sound smart, and they're so dumb. None of these guys run businesses, yet they try to sound smart about running one. In fact, several big names in indie comics have seen shrinkage. My guess is Comic America is healthy. So is the Rippaverse. Literally within 2 campaigns, they made over $1 million between The Horseman and Bloodruth. What's the problem? A business can operate on losses or red if they are borrowing money. Rippaverse isn't borrowing money. Literally he invested his own money and reinvested his money back into the company. How do you borrow money you don't need? Why would you borrow money you don't need? Rippaverse is privately owned, so we have no idea if it's being assisted with loans or investments from interested parties. Something the Blaze has a stake in it because, again, we're going back to 2022 where people still believe this dumb lie. Vicky and Dean made a counterpoint about John Malin hiring multiple contractors. Contractors are usually more cost-effective than employees as their fee is negotiable. In comics, it's typically a flat rate for cover, letters, colors, etc. So you know this, and yet you're still trying to make it as an argument. So you mean the overhead has gone down since that was made? The same overhead that was already said that $10 million could fund the warehouse for 10 plus years. That one, not to mention his shipping and printing costs have gone down since he started. That's why the books cost less. That's why international shipping has gone down. It's like these guys pocket watch so hard and yet they still don't know nothing. What increased operations? The guy put his own money in the company to launch it. What loans? We're back in 2022 where dummies still believe Eric Gillette just took out a loan or the Blaze is funding it. The Moist back literally makes assumptions based on nothing. Holy crap, these guys just can't accept that Eric is successful on his own. You go on to say, how can his overhead go down if his expenses are going up? His expenses went down because, again, these clowns don't know anything. They literally listen to a washed-up comic pro who's a literal crack smoker tell them about Eric's last business rather than asking the source about this information. He was hiring new employees not too long ago. No, he wasn't. And if he's trying to make comics monthly, that means he's paying contractors more frequently. Again, Horseman, Chuck Dixon, and even Zaylan are all done by the same team. Bloodruth and Yaira are the same team. Bro, what contractors? Maybe cover artists? But other than that, the same 2 people are making the same characters. Or making multiple characters. He wants to start animation. He's already done animation. I understand maybe he wants to do a full series. But again, it's an independent company. And shipping books for other creators while taking a bit of profit. No crap. If anything, Rippaverse's margin is shrinking. No. Absolutely not. If he has more frequent releases and he's making more money more frequently, how would the margin be shrinking? That's why he had a promo vid from D&K asking fans to join the Mid-Mac Club. Oh yes, because plenty of streaming services apparently don't use celebrities to promote it. What a fucking clown world this is. Rippercent was created as a way to generate more revenue. No shit! Thank you, Captain fucking Obvious. His expenses are down, you retarded individual. This is what happens when your information comes from washed up comic pros and not direct from the source. Why would your overhead go up when you typically rent a warehouse for years in advance? You sign a lease to pay a certain amount for a number of years. Then claims I'm racist because I said the Moist back, even though it's a name I gave a certain frog individual. Then goes on to say, monthly comic books sold at even $15 each month is a huge hurdle. Bro, if $15 is a huge hurdle for you, get your life together. Your finances must be absolute dog water. The only people willing to pay that would be Air July loyalists. Again, who cares? Just like you have Air July loyalists, I guess, you have sycophants for EvS who literally buy multiple covers of the same old Blood Honey book. $180 a year to be a fan is crazy. Wow. Because, Game Pass is in $240 and PlayStation Plus is in an astronomical amount while they gave you nothing extra in return. If $15 a month is a hurdle for you, cancel your streaming services. Cancel your streaming services. Mainstream comics are $5 to $8 per issue for floppies. And some of them come out bi-weekly. So imagine that. Imagine spending $8, $16 on 2 issues of floppies that are made of trash paper. Same thing. If $15 is a huge hurdle, that just means your finances are terrible. Holy crap, bro. Sturgis doesn't understand that ramping up production of comic books is an increase in expenses along with hiring new employees. He hasn't hired any new employees. And again, he's been ramping up production of comics and making a lot more money than it would cost to hire said contractor. How much do you think these contractors take or are given comparatively to how much the books are making? While shipping costs are down and printing costs are down. Make it make sense, homie. Aggressive, ugly, and low IQ is a terrible look. I mean, that's literally what you are. You're ugly because you won't show your face because you're a total loser. Low IQ, debatable. I can definitely have a higher IQ than any of you clowns that I make fun of on a consistent basis. This is coming from a new CG weirdo parroting a name given to me by 2 fat, overweight, out-of-shape, 350-pound lolcows who are afraid of my mod. At the same time, he claims I have low IQ while being able to monetize the constant lies and stupidity thrown at Air July. As he listens to a literal crack smoker who is flopping so hard and being outdone by an all-ages book and a newbie at indie comics. You literally listen to retarded individuals who have failing businesses, who have actual failing businesses, while the Rippaverse continues to thrive. I don't get why these guys are so interested in another man's pockets. It's so fucking weird to me, man. It's the weirdest thing that I've ever seen. It's like these clowns who are like, oh, look how much money Renown spent on comics. Look how much he spent on Rippaverse. And clearly, an individual like yourself is so hurt for $15 for a comic, bro. Why are you worried about another man's pockets when your pockets clearly ain't all there? That makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. So I guess this is a flop, according to these clowns. Again, at the end of the day, I will continue to call it this trash. I will continue to call it this bullcrap because you're not going to sit here and talk crap about other individuals who don't really care about your drama nonsense, but because they're involved or in business with a person you don't like, who is, again, doing better than your latest project, who isn't doing anything to you, you're going to sit here and attack them because they're doing business with Air July. EvS, you will always be a scumbag. You were always a scumbag, apparently. According to the way you move, you were always a scumbag. Go after yourself. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit the like button. Comment below what you feel about this. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or go live on this channel. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.